Hello, everyone.
Hello,
I'm
everyone. I am Ariella.
and we are here at a mid-month check-in. There's been like a lot of transition. And even when I think of like myself and I think of Mariella and I think of the planets in terms of astrology, there's a lot changing and going on right now. Lots of transition. And someone is transitioning into their 44th year.
Today,
Mariella.
yay!
Yeah, we just had the full moon in Cancer, so we got lots of energy for her transition too. Yeah.
New year.
Pardon?
It's the new year for me.
It's a new year. I know. I think we should pull a card for that.
Okay.
Um, yeah. When I say that things have been transitioning, we have like the retrograde Venus, which Mariella, are you feeling that one? Whether it's like relationships.
Mercury. Oh, Venus.
Mhm.
You know what? Remember last time I was telling you about
Mhm.
this connection with ancestors?
Mhm.
It's intensified.
Mm.
And so I have connected actually with people in my family from my mother's side of the family that I haven't talked in ages.
Wow.
And my mom's side of the family is big. We have lots of family members. My dad's side as well, but I haven't talked to them. Thing is, it's I have been
Mm.
reconnecting so much with all kinds of people, which feels
Mhm.
like I am uncovering an old treasure chest.
Mm.
And then, just discovering about our ancestors in Portugal and being another religion or similar from most of us were born Catholic, but these ancestors were Jewish, which is so like, what?
Mm.
And then letting other people know about our history, that's what's happening with me. And
Mhm.
so there's that mix with, Mercury, the communication part of it,
Mhm.
which Mercury is retrograde, right?
Mhm.
So I'm just like really careful of what I say so that anything I say, it doesn't, is not taken out of context or
Mhm.
that I misinform anybody.
Mhm.
Although, how people perceive whatever they want is not under my control.
No.
But yeah, relationships and Venus is retrograde, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't have a sense of what that means.
What about relationship to yourself?
Oh, to myself. Hmm, I don't know. I just have had this feeling that in the past, I, well, with all of my family members, right? I have this um, sense of what each person is. And I just had this um, like symbols, right? Whatever I recognize each person as, but way from the past. And then that is reforming,
Mm.
but with myself. You know how I told you in the Course of Miracles, it says that whatever you see outside is a reflection of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so is is more like I have been understanding more of myself through what I see on my family members,
Mm-hmm.
and then learning so much about myself now that I am learning how to do the emotion focused therapy. And like
Mm-hmm.
recognizing I hate this, I don't like this, I can do this, and then, oh wow, I can. And that's the Venus retrograde about myself that is showing me, here's
Mm-hmm.
what you don't like about yourself. Deal with it. And then,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's fine. So yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
learning how to communicate is also, it has been an adventure, which
Mm.
I struggle with. So, but it's all learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited.
Exactly.
How about you?
Well, first of all, I want to say I really like, so anybody listening, like, because retrogrades are all about like the RE. So like you talked about like, and I wish I would have written down, but like reconnecting was one of the words, I think. Um, and you did another one like reviewing or anyway,
Yeah, it's
that,
reforming,
yeah, right? Like all this like coming back to,
reconstructing.
yeah, it's like coming back to it and building it differently or coming back to it and seeing it differently. And that's really what retrogrades are about, is giving us that opportunity. And so then we have like Venus, which we all think is about our partnerships, which it is. It can be. Okay, wait. It can be.
His relationship.
Yeah. But one thing we regularly forget to focus on is like our relationship to ourselves is actually, like you just said, so reflected in the relationships with others. And so it's that time to really reflect on ourselves because of the relationships we're in and all these layers. And then like you have Mercury now that just jumped into the mix. That's going to try and, it's not going to try and do anything. It's asking us, like you said,
It
to slow
does.
down,
It
right?
it it shows like it moves everything inside,
Yeah,
and then it puts everything in front of your face.
exactly.
Deal
Exactly.
with it.
So, but it asks us to slow down so we can see it all. Because if we're going too fast, we're going to fumble all over everything. But if we slow down and actually listen, it gives us that chance to reconnect to it, to reevaluate, to, you know,
Well, the
we
universe hasn't been like that with me lately. Not a little single minute to stop.
that,
Like
but it
wake
asks,
up, do this, go to sleep. And
but,
I am trying to plan for a time for myself, but something happens, and it's the universe who did it.
but if you think about like, yes, and every day we can, like, every time we transition, like if you're sitting in your car before an appointment or before you pick up the phone or whatever, take a minute, or before you hit send on any communication, pause, go to the
That's
bathroom,
true.
have a drink, come back, review it before you send it, you know?
That's very good advice, actually.
So it's like
I'll start
before,
implementing that.
before, yeah, before any big communication or big something happens, pause, take a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever, come back to it.
Come back,
But
read it again, just make sure.
yeah, exactly. But but yeah, and then we have Uranus, which is like, has been our really intense one. Our intense
Mm.
planet is starting to go direct, which means it's going to start intensifying, not just internally, but also externally again. So we have it coming out of retrograde. So that's really interesting. But I know for
So,
myself,
yeah,
my
go ahead.
my relationship that I'm in, um,
With a guy.
yeah, with a guy, yeah, he's like, do you think your astrology stuff is a self-fulfilling prophecy? And I'm like, I think it just gives us another opportunity to
Interesting.
look at look at different life areas with a different lens. Not that it has to be self-fulfilling prophecy or anything, because we're having lots of challenges. And it's really interesting because this is the first, but we're in such a big state of change. I'm in a big state of change. He's in a big state of his own change. And now we're in a big state of change together. So we knew this kind of thing was going to happen, but we just weren't expecting the intensity of which it has arisen. And but I think we're also learning a lot about ourselves, because we're having to pause and stop and not just like close our eyes to what's going on because it's just uncomfortable, and trying not to like run away or push away or hide like what we used to do if we were in this kind of conflict in a relationship. And so although it's like our relationship is having lots of challenges, it's bringing up all kinds of stuff in ourselves to look at, which has been really hard. And now that
Yeah,
now that
it
Mercury is
is
in
really
retrograde, I'm actually terrified. So, I sent him a message today, and like I think first I sent a text message, and then I was like, shit, that part of my language, that might not make sense. So I sent an audio message, I think is what I did. Or maybe I was planning to do anybody, but I sent an audio message. And then he sent me a message back, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like he took it the wrong way, maybe. Like I used a voice message to try and be clear. And so I stopped by on my lunch break and just to say hi, like not because there was any challenge, but just to say hi. And he was like, is there something you want to talk about? Like, I'm not sure what your message meant. And I'm just like, guys, fuck you, Mercury retrograde.
You don't need any clarification. It's just simple and it's a nice message. Nothing behind it.
So yeah, lots of learning, very uncomfortable. And he's a Taurus, and so there's lots of Taurian stuff going on. And Taurus is huge about
That's
our values. It's about our values, it's about our wealth, it's about our, yeah, that stability and all that. So that stuff is kind of all shaken up a little bit.
And I wanted to share something I read from Pamela Erling
Mhm,
last time about this year that you just reminded me of.
mhm.
Can I read it to you?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I don't remember which part because it's a long one. But Pamela was channeling different entities. One was the birch druid, one was Seth Bin, and I don't know who that is, from the trees, from Haley, how do you say that? And Lily. You know
Mm,
Lily?
mhm.
I
And
love Lily.
Haley, I'm guessing Haley like the comet.
No, it's Hillel, something like that. It's
Oh.
like an archangel or something like that.
Mhm.
Okay, so um uh, I will start with one. But the message I wanted to share was um they were um recommending people to stay quiet this year, to stay as quiet as possible because it would be very tumultuous. And the more quiet you are by not saying anything, just observing, then it would be easier. So it was saying something like, just stay still and stay quiet. And
Mm,
so that made me feel very calm and
mm,
like that it is actually comfortable and easier. And I was thinking maybe there will be some part of, I don't know, something to do with communication or something like that. But as long as you're quiet and with yourself and with that part of yourself that is the source, then you're
mm.
connected and you're okay, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's interesting, Mariella. Um, yeah, I think we do need to be able to listen better.
I'll, I'll,
Everybody.
I'll tell you about what the birch druid said.
Okay.
This is a time, this is for the whole year 2022.
Okay.
This is a time when you must act sincerely and with profound inner trust. That's the other thing. This is the year of trust. In this year, you must remember your obligations to your community and to Earth. Strive to maintain harmony regardless of challenges which arise. Be composed and reverent and do not speak unless absolutely necessary. Earth needs you. Start now before nature grows intensely complex. Plant, can, harvest, and rest. I
Mm.
found it. I chose
Hmm.
just one of them and it was it.
Hmm. I like that. Yeah, this
So,
year feels that way. Like it feels like it's a new, like everything's going to continue doing its thing, but we we've had 2 years. It's we need it's we need to change. Like the situation isn't changing, or we can say the situation is changing so much so fast that we have to change, but not like, well, we have to be able to adapt, but we have to like, the only way to do it is by really, because it's going so fast that we can't keep up.
and Uranus is going forward, right? It's
Oh God.
going
Yeah.
direct.
Yeah. But the more quiet we are and the more still we are and the more we can hear that, actually the more we can cope with no matter like anything that's blowing through, no matter how fast it's moving. So I really think this year is about coming into that, or coming into self in like a deeper way. And like, yeah, that quiet stillness, listening, love. I like that. So it says the birch. Is it a tree? Was you
I
talking
think
about a
so,
tree?
but no, it's the
Oh,
birch druid. So it's a druid, but it's the birch druid. You know the Irish medicine people, the druids?
oh, the druids.
It's the
Ah.
birch druid.
Perfect.
You
Well,
got it, right?
yeah. Um, it was funny, you were saying one thing about you know, so Mind Valley has this 7 day or 6 day thing, and it's about this specific type of meditation practice you can do and how it supports
I'm
whatever.
sorry, what's Mind Valley?
Mind Valley, it's like an online platform for like all the really top influential spiritual mind body people, kind of thing. And but really like yeah, it doesn't feel like really earthy and natural, but it's more like, I'm going to say performance, and other people listening might not like that because it is really like deep and connecting, but how do you like then like go far, right? Like it's a, yeah, very much like that.
It's very Sagittarius.
It is very
That's
Sagittarius.
why it's catching your eye.
Uh-huh. Well, I used to do a lot of their things that they offered, like their free stuff,
Mhm,
and then I stopped, but it's come back up since I've came here.
mhm.
A lot of like these two women I know were talking about a Mind Valley class they were doing, and then Matt signed us up for a Mind Valley course,
Matt
or he
is always Matt.
Matt is the person I'm seeing, my partner. um so yeah, and so anyway, I'm listening to them right now, listening to this 7-day thing right now.
Mm,
Anyway, and he talks about, or one thing he did, a practice that he had done, um, was like if he was judging something. So if he was seeing a homeless person like drunk on the train, then he would say, "There I go again, being a drunk homeless person on the train." So the idea that like we're all connected and we're all kind of living a shared experience and not like creating the us versus them and being
mhm,
like, and like that's another part of me.
mm,
And that's like, instead of just being like disgusted by this person who's doing these things you're judging or whatever, however you're feeling, you might feel differently. You might feel just sad, whatever you feel. But like, and then it's like, there I go again, being that person doing this thing, you know? So, like taking it on, like that it's mine, not
mm,
them, and
mhm.
how that's like a really good practice to.
Empathy.
Like, he didn't he didn't suggest it as like he was talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I like that, so I wrote it down.
Yeah, because it's like putting on the other person's shoes.
Yeah, and not even, but like not making them the other,
Yeah,
not
it's that
making them.
connection.
Hmm. So I really liked that. Because today was, or the day I listened to today was day one, and it was all about compassionate practice. So
Yeah, they go
mhm,
together.
yeah. So
Passion.
yeah. Um, so yeah, so something you were saying resonated with that. I don't remember what it was, but anyway, yeah. And so here we are mid-January at the full moon. And yeah,
I'm
and then like,
thinking until next time.
pardon?
I thought you were going to talk about what we're going to pull cards for.
Uh-huh. Well, and we also have like we're about to transition the nodes. So we're having 18-month nodal change. So we were in North Node Gemini, South Node Sagittarius, and now we're going North Node Taurus, South Node um,
Taurus,
Scorpio. Scorpio.
Scorpio, that's right.
Mhm. And so that means internally, we might be struggling with that Scorpio energy, and externally, will be more positive direction in the Taurus energy, which thank frickin' God, because we've been having the Uranus Taurus battle going on for the past year and a half, which is still going to continue on. It's not changing, but at least we have like a positive force in the Taurus realm. So I think, anyway, I don't know what that means, but maybe we're all going to start to understand our values more, because like the
Yeah,
Taurus
I
thing
think it
is,
will take time though.
yeah, but
Yeah, at the
we,
end we will know.
well, I think our values have been changing because we've been going through such hardship, you know,
Yeah.
that we've had to like reevaluate like what actually is important to me. So I've been doing a values practice,
Mm,
not a values practice. Well, yes, a values practice where in the morning you look at your values and you remind yourself of your values, so that hopefully during the day you can, when things arise, that you can connect to your values, make decisions based on your values and not based on, a fear or whatever, so that they're always just close to the surface. But I just did kind of like we did with that desire map. We have to try and find your 3 core values or whatever. You remember that?
I don't remember it well, but it sounds very familiar.
Yeah. But you know the desire map, right?
Yeah.
With who is it? Danielle Laporte.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So anyway, so I just found something online and reflected, but I really liked that practice idea of every morning thinking about my values, and so that I can like bring them up and have them to my surface and remind myself of what's important to me, so
Mhm.
I can and act from that instead of just getting lost in the chaos of the day, is what I'm hoping for. So I'm trying to come up with a few simple practices in the morning and in the evening that support me while I go through all my transition.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling kind of lost.
I don't remember my values, but I'll look into that.
You
Maybe
should.
I have that
Everybody,
written down somewhere.
yes, everybody for sure this in the next 18 months, look at your values and see if you're living them. Because if you are not, like that's where that disconnection is
Yeah.
happening. And when
Yeah,
we
and
feel,
also maybe remember that you can change your values too along the way.
yeah, like they say, when you're triggered or when you get angry or frustrated, it's a value that's kind of being impeded on, and it might be a value you don't even know you have. And so we think these values are important to us, but actually, subconsciously, these values are more important to us. And so when you decide your some core values, and then it gives you that chance to like, are these actually my core values? You know? And you can like feel into it and make that a practice because, yeah, a lot of like anxiety, depression, stuckness in life is because we're not living our values. We're living out of like other fears and stuff like that. But when we live in integrity with our values, a whole bunch else changes. So
What's your
I
just
love
here? Sorry.
but so anyhow, oh, hello, Sito.
You speaking?
Yeah, big old man he looks like, but he's only little. He's like what, 3?
No, he's 2017, 18, 19,
Oh,
20.
5?
No,
Turning 5?
18, so 3.
Okay, 3.
Maybe he's going to turn 3 this year. He's a November baby.
Oh.
He's in Scorpio.
He's like, yeah, that's me. Um, but yeah, we're gonna pull some cards. So definitely we'll be pulling at least one card for the rest of this, like these planetary transitions for the rest of this month, and maybe for the moon cycle, and maybe for the year that is currently about to take place for Mariella. So Mariella's gonna pull the cards because I always love your cards. Make sure you pull from that blue deck. That's so amazing. The Destiny ones.
Oh,
Oh, and this is and we like
this
blessing.
one is the blessed.
Okay, so which is this pulled for?
Oh, I just my intention is for the time from now until our next video,
Oh, okay.
whenever that is. And so it's
Blessing.
a blessing of fire.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So in the material world, it's the symbol of the heart, of passion, of blood, of lava and fire.
Ooh, lava.
Um, the sun, heat. So I'm getting that maybe it has something to do with the weather. I don't know what that looks like, or some changes in the earth. But at the same time, I don't know if that Uranus energy
Mm.
is taking us somewhere. But like, I have
Mm.
this feeling that very fast
Mm-hmm.
with that fire, with that passion
Right.
to change or
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the earth is also like wanting to have a powerful change.
Oh man, Mariella.
What do you
I feel like this is gonna be a video we're gonna have to look back in the future and I'll be like, Mariella was prophesizing. Yes. Well, when I look at her, I see actually when I look at her, I see like a level of like confidence and mystery, you know, like
yeah,
exactly walking forward um into the world. you know? It's very like full. Like, I mean, she looks a bit more full figured, and she's very voluptuous, and she's got this beautiful large flower behind the sun with the sky looking like it's setting, or it's got that orange hue. And so
Yeah, and it feels like it's something to do with the color red, right?
mhm.
And with ground chakra, root
Mm.
chakra.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I feel like I've been doing work there. I'm doing lots of lower chakra work. It's been
I
pretty
think so.
amazing, and actually some throat stuff. It's been amazing. Osito.
Sorry
um
about that. He just came to say hi.
so that was till our next
Next video.
mhm, mhm. And
But you know what other cards I got
oh
from those cards that you like?
yeah,
The Sacred Destiny.
yeah, mhm.
Okay, so first I got Abundance and Happiness,
Oh, okay.
which I think we got last time. Do you remember seeing them?
I feel like the happiness, like the one with, because
The
the
dolphins flying.
dolphins are flying, and I don't know if we had abundance, but I think we had something very similar to
Mm,
that.
yeah, we got Abundance, but I didn't show the cards last time with
Ah,
Abundance.
okay. That makes sense.
And
Like, it doesn't make sense
so,
you didn't show it, but it
yeah,
makes sense because it sounds familiar. Interesting. Okay.
okay. So I'll show you the other two that came with it.
Oh God. Oh, fuck. Pardon my language. I keep swearing.
So one is Transformation, which is
Mm-hmm.
the butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is Healing Chaos.
Healing chaos. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, my heart. That looks amazing. Everybody, this is what we're calling in. I mean, we want to call it all in because all of those were freaking amazing. Thank you, Mariella.
Yeah, and
'Cause
so
there's,
I'm just trying to put things together. Like we have the card of the blessing of fire,
mhm,
and we have abundance, happiness, transformation, and healing chaos.
mhm.
How do you read that?
Well, I felt like I read them. Well, each of those cards, like the two, went together like amazingly beautiful. So it's cool that they were paired together. I don't know, man. When you were talking about the fire one, that freaked me out a bit more than it excited me. That one felt like it's like, I don't know.
But I'll tell you. So because this is really, really beautiful,
Mhm.
it's that prayer of the blessing of fire.
Mm, mhm.
And so this is what we want to um, attract
Can you
with
read
the
it?
power of fire.
I like
And
that. Can you read some of
yeah,
it?
it's a blessing to bring passion, motivation, and creative spark to your life and to the lives of those that you touch. May the many blessings of the holy fires be yours. May fire's burning passion, its quick intensity, compel you into moments of action to make decisions. Follow the truths of your heart and quicken and burn like the flames with the hearth. Maybe you be warmed and sheltered by the glow of these holy fires, and may they spark again and again the motivation we all need to turn the wheel in our lives. May the blessings of the flames that devour the old be yours, and may they burn through the debris of memory, the fallen dead wood, or hurt and grudges, and burns through the pain that so many of us feel when recollecting injustice.
Mm.
Because fire is transformation as well, right? The
Mhm.
same as the card.
Mhm.
So with fire, you burn stuff you don't need, and the new comes.
Mhm. Mhm.
We know that something new is coming.
I know. Mariella, you know what this feels like though?
But
Okay, everybody. I don't remember how much we talked about this before COVID came, but we talked about it again and again that we knew something was coming. Not only it was the astrologers telling us something was coming, we felt like something was coming. And it was like, and then COVID came. Like the dissolving of our program and our work and our security and our team, you know what I mean? And then COVID. And I have this feeling that I'm there again. Like I feel like we're on the precipice of a new set of changes. And I'm terrified.
but you turned out well after the first big change and many changes in your life.
Yes. Oh, do you feel it, Mariella?
I am in denial. Alex knows, but I am just like blind to whatever conflict usually happens until I have to deal with it. So right now I'm okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So let's see.
Mhm. Yeah. I think it's going to be a really big year. But I feel like we, as me and you, we as, humans, have a little bit more stability or a little more steadiness because we've already been being shaken up for years now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling nervous as opposed to excited, which I don't like that part of me.
Yeah. Maybe the other two cards, happiness and abundance, is just like finding the blessings you have.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. You know what? Because, yeah, gratitude is huge. And I say that all
Yeah.
the time. And to be honest, I feel like a hypocrite because I want to practice gratitude more and I'm really struggling. I'm bringing it more into my relationship right now because I really need to. Like and for us. Um but like yeah, because we have so much. Like I have so much. I have so much and I need to keep reminding myself that because it's really scary. But we had those great
Yeah.
successes at work today and we got back on track with these bakeries giving us bread and
That's so
one of
nice.
my coworkers lined that up and I was like, yes, that was awesome. And like we advocated for this youth to get housed. And it was like, yes, we made it happen. And it just felt really full today. Like everything felt
Oh,
good.
that's
Like, yeah, that's like really celebrating those wins and even those little tiny, tiny wins we have, like tiny, tiny ones.
I know. But sometimes it's so fulfilling, right? When you're helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex and I are both in the helping sector.
Mm-hmm.
It's so rewarding.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can be tiring
Hard to watch the system. It's hard to
and
watch.
hard to watch. Yeah, there's some things that you feel that they don't work out and you know they don't work out. And you are trying to go against things also
Mm-hmm.
because you know, in a sense, what is right, but sometimes it's not allowed. or you have to follow this procedure, things like that.
Yeah, the system is broken, so it's hard to bear witness.
Well,
But the only thing we can do in this current life right now anyway is do our best to try and care about people as they go through these weird struggles that our system and our shadows or whatever our unlearned selves have created.
yeah, so exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the happiness and abundance that are coming in, and so the blessing is fire to help transform. So
And
it's
we are the
transformation.
fire to change things. Sorry.
Mhm. Yeah.
We were so focused with your
Maybe it's the
eyes.
blessing like on our internal fire. Well, it does. It talks about that. Our
Yeah, your heart, your passion, your motivation, doing what you think is right,
mhm,
speaking the truth, that can be very powerful.
mhm. Oh gosh, yes. Yeah. Mm.
And
Well,
be
I'm
quiet.
excited. What?
What? Okay, I won't talk anymore.
Mhm. Okay. Well, is there anything else you would actually.
Oh, my card. Where is my card?
Mhm. Mhm. Am I giving you a card?
Yeah.
Okay, I have 3 decks. I have the Angel deck, I have the Masters deck, the Osho
The,
deck, the Tarot deck.
you have four?
I have 4 in front of me. Yeah.
Are they in line?
1, 2, 3, 4. I put them 3, 4. I put them in a line.
Okay, I want number
Number 3. The Fountain Tarot.
3. Ooh,
All right. Year 44. 4. I don't know what the 4 stands for in numerology right in this moment, but you're getting double.
mm-hmm.
Like it's not just 8, right? It's a double 4.
Yeah,
And
it's at 2, 4.
mhm. Okay. Well, you're familiar with this card slash we know the power of this card.
What does it say? Oh, death.
There you go, Mariella. Let the transformation begin.
That's the transformation butterfly stuff.
That is. So it's funny because this is a really creepy looking card. There's like a horse walking through these trees at night and there's a skull on top. It's kind of creepy. But I don't understand why there's that white bit on the bottom.
Well,
But it was
there's a light at the end of the tunnel when you die.
yeah, death and rebirth, right? It's good stuff. Oh, and death is, I think, usually, oh no, that's the devil. Wait. Death is Scorpio usually, right?
Mm-hmm.
In astrology.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And Scorpio is for the next 18 months. So you're going to enjoy the next 18 months, Mariella.
Yay!
So in my book, it talks about a significant end,
Mm-hmm.
an invitation to transform, time for mourning, acceptance through releasing, embracing what's to come, purification.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Making space for the new stuff.
Yeah.
Mariella, as she mentioned, at the beginning, she's in an emotional focus,
Motion focused therapy
emotion focused therapy.
certification. I'm learning it.
And she's now starting that practical, like, I mean, you've always been doing practical work, but now the actual practicums kind of thing, like the actual that part. And so that's exciting.
Yeah. But I don't have the feeling that that card means, like, maybe there's a connection, but I'm not sure.
And it might
But it could
not.
be that I will like die and be reborn, maybe, because I will be treated therapeutically as well. I will be a new person by the end.
But if things are falling away and dying within you,
Mm-hmm.
you have like a whole year. You got lots of time to go through this.
Yeah,
But
I'll let you know what happens at the end of the year next year when I turn 45.
yeah. But the death card is like one of my favorites, just because it does mean that the new stuff is coming, whatever that is.
And
And
you're
it's not
feeling
even,
it. I'm just in denial.
pardon?
And you're feeling it. I'm just in denial.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm excited, Mariella, to be with you during, well, always, and over this next year. Well, you continue to grow and change and
Oh,
rebirth yourself in many ways.
well, you're rebirthing too before me. I'll be with you as well.
We're rebirthing at the same time. We're just pushing different watermelons out.
Yeah.
Or I guess we're the watermelons being pushed through a variety of canals.
Yeah.
Yay. Wonderful. I'm so glad we offered this transition, this January transition, full moon, Mariella's birthday recording. So I hope everyone enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
And we will see you again soon.
See you next time.